Okay, I hope my screen is visible and everyone can hear me.
Yes.
So my part is, yesterday I have covered how to make the object, right? So I will ask with Pooja, if I have a class faculty, faculty ID, string name. So how can I make object of this class in a different class? Pooja, can you answer me? Okay. Kavita, do you want?
So how to create an object of class?
Yeah,
Yeah. Class name is faculty,
yeah.
then object name equal to new keyword. Again, it's
No, no.
class name faculty.
I want to create the object of this class in a different class. That's why there is a purpose of making an object, right? If I want to use this properties, right, then I have to make object of this class in a different class, right? If I am doing the same, to just write in main method, what is the need of the making an object? Suppose there is a class B,
Yeah.
and here I want to make object of this class. So object will be only made inside a method, either there any method that are, suppose main.
Yes.
So
So will the class name B?
no, no,
Uh,
why you are making the object of this B class? What is the need of it? If I am making a object inside same class, so what is the purpose? That will be, you can say that something like recursive thing, right? Why to do that? If I want to make the object of this faculty class, just write faculty of over here, right? F is equal to new faculty, right? And if there has some method like print method, void print, so I can call it by f dot print, right? F dot print. You, sorry, your voice is totally breaking. Uh, Wait, let me see first. Okay, that's a great question. First, who is this? Okay, first of all, your voice is breaking, but I got your question. You asked truly that why are we making the object? So purpose is not, we can do that in same class, and we have been doing this since the starting of these sessions. But here we are learning how to make the object of a class. But what is the need of it, that I will be explaining today, don't worry about that. But first understand how to make that, right? And why to make. Suppose we have a class, let me explain it. But don't feel that there is something don't in not any use, it has use for that. Let me explain that. Okay, suppose there is a class which perform the operation of either multiple, right, multiplication, addition, subtraction and what else, division, right? So I have a class, guys, look it carefully, operations, whatever you want to mathematical operation, you can give the class name. Mathematical class name should be self explaining what has been covered inside this class, right? So mathematical operation, right? And this m will be capital, o will be capital, and I have two variables, int a comma b comma c. First assign value, a is equal to 10, b is equal to 12, c is equal to 15. I have started the recording or not? Okay, don't worry about it. Okay, so this is a class. In this class we have a method, in this class only, inside this class, just open here so that you can understand. I have a method void multiplication, right? And in this method c is equal to a into b, right? Another method void subtraction, c is equal to a minus b. Likewise I have another method in same class, void add, right? c is equal to a plus b. Suppose these are three methods present in this class, right? I have made this class, and in this class we have three methods, right? First of all method is multiplication, second method is subtraction, and third method is addition, right? You can make any number of methods inside a class. Okay, suppose we have a project where mathematical data is calculated. This is not only a formula, right? There are many formulas available. Suppose you are going to make a calculator, so there will be scientific calculation, there will be sine theta cos theta type of calculation over there, right? Sine dot, you have heard about trigonometric. Okay, so suppose you are going to, you have a project to make a calculator, so this will be a simple program, this will be a simple class. Inside there will be thousands of class, but this one is the single class which is responsible for making addition, subtraction, division, and whatever you want to perform over here. Okay, so suppose I have use of this class. How we can reuse it? First, what is the profit of doing it, right? Reuse it. How I can reuse it? Wherever I have to perform scientific calculation, right? Wherever we have to perform scientific calculation, just extend this class. Suppose there is a class scientific calculation, but actually I have not covered the inheritance part, but let's understand theoretically first. So there is a class scientific calculation, I will use these methods inside that class. And how I can do it? By making the objects of this class. Sometimes when you use inheritance, right, when inheritance directly extend all the properties of the class, so this class will be extending all the properties, so this class will be fully loaded, right? Suppose I only want to use this method, this multiplication method inside this scientific calculation, so just make the object. You have heard about Isa and Hazer relationship, right? So just forget it for now, just make the class mathematical calculation, right, is m cal is equal to new mathematical calculation, class name, full class name, right? And just call over here mcal dot this multiplication function, multiplication. So this use the usage over there, right? So we can do that now. But if you don't know how to make the object, so why I will be explaining starting from here, right? So everything is categorized, wait for that moment. But I can say that yeah, this is the usage, right? So whatever, suppose you have a class which performs addition, subtraction, division, multiplication. So every time you will not defining this method. Suppose if you start defining these methods inside this scientific calculator class, and you write method for multiplication inside this scientific calculator class, so what is the need of OOPS concept? OOPS simply have single word explanation, reusable for coders, not for interviewers. Reusable, just whatever code you write you can use that. You can decide how much amount of that code you need to use, and you can use only that much amount of code, rest you can ignore. Okay, so this way there is a usage of for making class. Now for your answer, why I am going to make over in next class, I can do it same class. So I have a class A and I have a method m1 void m1, and I call same method inside same class. This is just like I make food and eat it. I don't ask anybody to have that food, right? So what is the use of it doing that? What is the use of doing this, right? This is a single program only. This is not part of your project. Never it will be a part of your project. At least you will use this somewhere, right? You will concatenate it somewhere, right? Otherwise what, this is a just like a dead body which has no use, right? So if I can everybody can multiply, right? Everybody can add if he has studied till 5, but everybody cannot calculate the scientific calculation, right? So just extend this class, and here a class written for scientific calculation, and this scientific calculation don't want to write same code, and it will just ask this code from this class, and it will make, how can this use, either it can extend or it has to create object inside this class, right? So this way. So I was taking up that part, right? So next thing, I hope some idea you guys have got, but everything will be cleared when I will be covering inheritance. So inheritance is the part of today's agenda, right? Okay, so sorry, who is that who asked the question? Yeah, clear now, right? So yeah, okay, thank you. So what are constructors? Yesterday I said, now I am starting with today's agenda, and be very careful while learning the constructor concept. I have a class A. How I will write? Class A. Okay, I have some variable inside this class, int A is equal to 5. If constructor concept will be cleared, you can say that 10% of Java you are aware of. Int B is equal to 5, right? Whatever you want to give, you can give that. Suppose now I ask you guys that in this class I have a method void add. I will talk about return type as well, but first just understand this constructor concept. Void add, right? And here I have declaration of a variable int A is equal to B plus, sorry, int C is equal to B plus A, right? And this will print sys out C. So addition will be output will be 10, right? Now I have made this class. Now I have a class B. I say to you that I just want to write object for this class. So what will you do? First you will have any main method, public static void main string args, right? Now a class name, this is the object name, you can give it ob1 as well. New a, yesterday I have explained what will happen, what this new keyword will do, and you can refer the yesterday's session, video is uploaded. Okay, now I want to call this method. Why? Because I want to perform addition, right? So I will call object. I have made the object of this class, and this object will call this method, object dot method name add. Sorry. Now what will happen? This will first call this object ob1 first. This a ob1 will new a, right? So object will be called. Now it will come here, right? And it will see int a is equal, int c is equal to b plus a. Okay, c. So what it will do? Int c is equal to b. What b value is? 5 plus 5 is equal to 10, and it will print 10. Your output will be 10. Here you don't have seen any constructor concept. Now what is the constructor? Constructor is same as class name, right? Note this point, same as class name. I will organize a quiz session for it, and there will be a 10 questions next week, Sunday or Saturday, or might be Friday. See, whosoever will be answered all 10 questions correctly will be rewarded. I will decide what will be the reward, but whosoever will be answered correctly all the question correctly, I will give some reward, some Paytm amount, right? But all 10 questions should be correct. And if you want to search from Google, you can do it. I don't have any problem because that quiz I will create and you will not find answer anywhere, right? So some amount Paytm money will be in your account. All 10 questions should be answered. Single question is not answered correctly, that means you have not learned the concept perfectly, right? So there will be no reward. Okay, just that's why this importance of constructor concept, so that you can take it seriously. But okay, ob1 dot add, right? So this has called this method. Where is this constructor? Where is it present? First let's understand what is constructor. Constructor is same name as class name. Please note down these points, right? I will write a blog and share you that data so that you can get help to resolve that, to clear that quiz, right? I will write a blog when I will get time. Same name as class name, no return type, and constructor doesn't have any return type. So I can give a quick question, what is the return type of the constructor? You will be confused. You will be thinking that constructor, what return sub has not told me what is the return. So that's why note this point, constructor has no return type, right? Third thing will be constructor can be overloaded. Overloaded means multiple constructor may be present in a class, right? Note down these 4 most important points. Okay, now where I have seen this constructor net default. What is default constructor? Now come to this part. What is default constructor? Default constructor is present in this A class, but you cannot see it. Just leave this code like this. This code is working nothing, and this is a hidden code. There is a tool to get to know where, how, what code is hidden inside Java. So I will explore, I will search, I forget, but I will search that tool and let you know. But this code is hidden, you can't see this code, right? So suppose there is a class B, so automatically there is a default constructor present for that class. Constructor doesn't have any return type. Constructor can have any number of arguments. Constructor can be overloaded, right? Constructor name is same as class name, right? Constructor gets initialized automatically at the time of the object creation. This line you will get in multiple blocks available in internet. What does it mean? Constructor are initialized automatically at the time of object creation, right? You can write it. Constructor are automatically initialized at the time of object creation. What does it mean? It means if I am trying to create an object, constructor should be called, right? Yes, it is called. If you write this method, give some sys out to it, it will print. Let me show you in Eclipse ID, that will be more clear to you. If you guys has noted down these points, 10% constructor is clear to you. I have integer a is equal to 5, int b is equal to 6, right? String, sorry, void void add int c is equal to a plus b, right? Sys out addition plus c, right? What does this plus c means? You got understand. I will take another method, I will name it subtract, right? And here I have to do one thing, just minus over, right? Now these two methods are present inside this class, right? No constructor present. First let me show you. Now I will making a main class for this constructor, right? Math of, I will math of main class, so that or inside our package I should get to understand what is the class usage of that class. Just click on this main. Now inside this class math of main class, what I will do, I will first create the object of this math of, right? This is the math of class, math operation, and I will create the object for this class. why we create objects? So that we can use these methods inside the class whichever I want to use. Suppose I have usage of addition inside this class, then only I will be making object for that. Just don't start just making the object. First understand why we are doing it, right? Just because I want to perform my addition operation over here inside this class, I have use for that. Whenever inside any class I will need that usage, I will make the object first, object only, and otherwise I will not do anything with this class, right? If I have usage of addition, multiplication, subtraction operation, just make the object of the class. Don't write the code for addition, subtraction everywhere, right? Just use this class by making an object. This is the advantage of OOPS concept. This is the advantage of making the class, right? So this code is reusable. It's itself proving, right? If I have to perform, suppose I say that just add two numbers, so don't start writing the method for adding two numbers. You should think that I have already a class present which have a method which is performing addition operation. I can use that. How I can use that? Just make the object and call that method with the help of that object, right? So first make this object of this class. Whatever you want to give the method name, suppose object name ob1, it may be much clear to you. ob1 new method, just control space and it will suggest you to do that, right? So here you have seen that this math of class object is being created. Now you have usage of addition method here. Just only call that method. If you have usage of only addition method, call only addition method. Don't call all the methods. You have need of addition, so don't call subtract, right? Just call this method first. How can you call? Object name which you have created for that class dot method. You want to call addition, add method, right? You have called this method. Run this and it will give the output for that addition, right? Addition is 11. You can see that addition is 11. 5 and 6, it has added and assigned this 11 to this C and printed this C. So you can see, whenever I will need to perform addition, I will use this class and call this object. Okay, now next thing, what is default constructor? Default constructor is present inside this class. You can see, first I have said that constructor name is same as class name. Copy and paste, right? It has no return type. So it has no return type. What is return type? This is the return type. It may be int, it may be string, it may be anything, right? So second thing, right? Now what? When I have created object for this class, you can see this constructor was called, right? Same constructor, this was called, but nothing was present over here. It was hidden. I will write sys out constructor call. Now just because first constructor was called, then method was called, so first constructor output will be generated and then method will be there. Just right click and run. First output will be constructor was called and second will be addition is 11, right? This is the advantage. Now I will comment this, and what I will do, I will copy this code, just write new, right, and also comment this code. Now I want to ask what will be the output from Kavita. What will be the output?
Should we code again, okay?
Yeah,
Here we have not created any object. we are calling only the constructor. So should it print constructor call?
So this way you can understand what is the constructor, right? One more thing I have said, that you have noted those points, right? Constructor may be many in numbers inside a class, right? But
Come again, one minute. What is it?
constructor, there may be many constructors present inside a class, so constructor overloading will be there, right? But not the same, right? This may be only one. Here you can have different parameters constructor. Suppose I give math of, constructor name will be same, that then this, that will be constructor, right? You can see error over here, but you can int a comma int b, right? Now what should we do? Just remove these values, and send these values from the send these values from your, when you were creating the constructor, right? So now new 5 comma 6. Now Kavita, what will be the output?
One minute. New. Come to the other class. So you're passing the values here, 5 and 6. But there is no addition inside that. We're calling
Right,
only
right.
the constructor, right? We're not calling any of the
Yeah.
functions. It is the value is 5 and 6, but there is no body inside that function. Yeah. And again it calls. So value the output should be the addition of that 11. Addition 11.
Okay, let me run it. Addition is 0. Why this happened? So here comes a concept. First need to understand, you guys, variable scope. Okay, so what happened when I have passed this 5 and 6, right? This constructor was called, this which parameterized constructor was called, and it received the addition, 5 and 6. First just print this 5 and 6 here, right? So that you can understand a plus b. Just print a plus b over here, then you will get to know why this happened. Just run it. Now what will be the output this time? 11, and second will be 0. What second is printed over here? Because I have called this method, just remove this calling, right? I have defined this variable inside this constructor, so scope will be only this sides, because these are the local variables. Local variables scope remains only locally, right? It doesn't work with global variables. What are the global variables? That you defined at the class level, and these were defined at the this side inside this constructor. So this will lose their scope inside this method. If I have defined, if I have defined this int a and b and assigned this value over here, then it was working with that, right? But just for understanding purpose, I will explain this scoping part later on, but just remove this. This came across, that's why I have explained. Okay, so this constructor was called. Here I will give a message sysout parameterized constructor, right? So I have given parameterized constructor. Now just remove this code first. and remove this also. I hope you guys are getting this. There is a lot of concepts that are being used now. Now Kavita and everybody, please see, I have called the parameterized constructor, right? So this parameterized constructor is called, and the execution will be here, right? Just because I have passed 2 parameters, suppose I try to pass 3, so see what will be the error. Just make cursor over here and you will see the constructor integer is undefined, because there is no such constructor present which has 3 integer parameters, right? Only 2 and without parameter, right? So default constructor and with the 2 parameters, right? So just remove this, so you can understand what the error occurs or how to resolve that. So this constructor will be called, suppose I will give this over here. There are 2 rules related to this keyword. What will be the output now? First it will come over this parameterized constructor, right? It will see integer a, it will receive these values, then it will see this. So this will call the default constructor present in the class, right? And this should be in first line statement. This should be first line. What I try to do after this, move cursor here. Constructor call must be in the first statement in a constructor, right? So you are calling this constructor, so this should be first statement, right? Okay, so this refers to same class constructor only. There is a concept of super keyword, right? And super keyword is always defined there, but that is hidden, but that is a part of with inheritance. This means current class, right? Current class object, current object you can say, right? So it will remain in same class and try to find out a constructor which have no argument present, no parameter present, right? Okay, now what will be the output? First this math constructor will be called, it will be coming here, it will find this, right? And it will directly jump over here, it will print constructor call, and then it will come on next line, and then parameterized constructor. So this will be the output, right? First constructor call, you can say default constructor, and then parameterized constructor. So this way you can understand. So let give this message default constructor, so that will be more clear. Now I will remove this and I will keep this over here and remove this. And it will give an error because it will calling same constructor. So this will be recursive call, recursive constructor in a question math operation. So you should provide some other constructor information in inside this method. So I will give 5 and 6, right? So this constructor will be called. Now what will be the output? If anybody, let me check with Debashri, what will be the output now? This type of question you will get in quiz. With this is just starting of the constructor concept. if you are clear with the concepts, you can answer it.
Can you show the code? Math operator. One thing like to be clear one then like as you told this keyword it will call only the default constructor, okay, and you're also passing the value here 5 comma 6. So in that case it will go to the constructor where it's having the parameters, right?
I have never said that this will call only the default constructor.
Okay.
I'm sorry to
Okay.
say. I might have said that this will call the constructor in same class, right? This is the current class, this is same class. It okay, no issues. I will check with Pooja if you can answer.
Is it only default constructor call? It will print only default constructor.
Okay, Jay Sri.
First parameterize constructor and then default constructor.
Why?
Because in the method math of
Okay,
these 5 comma 6 is means these a and b parameters is given, then of parameterized constructor, and then the parameter constructor is printed, and after that the next line of that this keyword is get printed. That is default constructor.
okay. So who else? Right. So Kavita, do you want to answer?
Can you come now after this? Not this class, one more class, yeah. Like void add. Scroll down. There was like below addition. Okay, it's called money addition. Okay, okay. Yeah, first same thing. You will call the parameterized constructor that will be printed. Then it will come to default constructor call.
Answer is right, but one thing I didn't get, why you said to me to come down. What is the need of this code
No,
over?
I just wanted to see the code.
Okay, don't worry. So what happened when I have attended a quiz in constructor chaining today, and I never look in this class. I never look inside this class. Suppose I have a same thing. So I was never going to look inside this class. I just wanted what is the calling happening over this main method. I have seen only that math of this default constructor called. Then I jumped to this default constructor. I was not seeing this code, right? Not the behind it, not just came to this default constructor, and here I have seen this keyword. This keyword is responsible for calling constructor only. Either that may be default constructor, either that may be parameterized constructor. So this keyword explains that there is a there is a parameterized constructor with two parameters, and those two parameters are integer only. So try to find out two parameters constructor with the integer value. So I have found this, right? Now I didn't need to do anything. I have not seen other part of the code because I have find here itself, right? Now I have seen that parameterized constructor. So I have just first my answer will be parameterized constructor. Second thing, I have seen that after after this line there is no code written, so where it will go back? It will go back from here it's came, right? Suppose I came, there is a way to go, there is way I came, right? Only there is that is the way to go back in Java or any programming language. First it will going back to here, then only it is going over here to execute other lines of code. Just because it was came here after this keyword, so it was going back to execute next line, then it printed the default constructor call. It's so simple, right? Suppose I make another constructor, is sorry, constructor name will be same as class name, string name, string email. This constructor is receiving the, now if you answer that, you will constructor concept will look here Vandan Sumit, right? First what will happen, look at over here, what I will do, I will give this over here, right? First what will happen, I don't look at this code, just come here, I came here, I have seen that inside a constructor two values are passed, because this is a constructor, right? So two values are passed and those two values are string values, right? These are the two string values. So I came to a constructor which has two string as parameters. I came over here and I have seen that inside internally it is calling this, so this with no parameter, so this will be calling no parameter constructor, or you can say default constructor. I came to default constructor and I have seen that again it's calling a constructor which has two integer values, so it went directly over here, it will print parameterized constructor, and from where it came from here, right? It will again print default constructor, parameterized constructor, default constructor, and from where it came here, it was came from here, so it went back to here and nothing written over here. So suppose I write this out, string param constructor, right? So what will be the output? First output will be default constructor, first output will be parameterized constructor, because it went come here from the main method. When I created the constructor, it came here, right? It find the constructor without argument, it directly jumped over here, right? Here it was again internally calling this, right? So it went here and printed parameterized constructor and went back here, default constructor, and it came from here, so it went back to string param constructor. I hope this concept is clear to all of you, right? Anybody if has any query related to it, if you are not able to understand this, you will not able to code in Java, or sorry, Selenium or anything, you cannot do that's why I'm clearing this from very basics. Everybody, Pooja,
Yeah, yeah.
Devasri, okay, Devasri, Kavita.
Yes, Vandan, I got the constructor concept. But instead of in the main method, instead of calling the constructor, can I call the add method and just
Okay,
instead of
obviously, I will do the,
no,
no, I will
I
do
can use new add here. That's a common
new add.
instead of new
How can you, there is a syntax for
common.
doing anything, right? You
Okay,
cannot do it.
okay, okay, yeah.
You cannot call the method with using this new keyword. If you want to call a method, just make the object and object will call that method. This new keyword you cannot call, right? How to call method? Just directly make the object and call the method. And if that method is present in same class, then you don't need to create the object for it. That has been covered yesterday, right? Okay. One last thing I want to do over here. Okay. Now what will be the output? Let me change somewhere. This will be 5 6 6. This will be done. No, this will be, sorry, this will be just making a question to answer you guys, and this there is nothing hectic, just you need to understand the concept, right? And here in, sorry, this 5 6. Okay, I have not done the same, right? Okay, let me do it like this way. 5 comma 6. Here I will be calling this. Okay, now I will call it. Now Kavita, answer for me what will be the output. Complete debugging of code should be there. If you do that, you understand the conceptual process. Then we
Sorry, I was in the, yeah, I was in the room. First thing, if you bring the same 3 sentences parameter constructor is going to the string.
no. Just do one thing. First debug the code. Just don't start answering. Right? First debug the code. What will be the output? I came here. What happened? Kavita, you are not audible if you are speaking. Okay.
No, I'm not speaking.
You are you are
Just need to
confused.
press the code.
Wait.
Hello?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Now I can hear. Just do one thing. Just see this line. What this line says. This is calling. I am again explaining, and it should be clear to all. Otherwise, you can watch the video and refer it later, and just search on Google some concept related to some quiz related to it. First of all, it will calling a constructor which has two string parameters. Search here. Don't look at the whole code, right? There is no menu, you never able to answer if you look at the whole code. Just here see that it is calling a constructor with two string parameters. So two string variables will be present inside the method, right? So here I have present two string variable inside this constructor, right? So now the execution, the cursor came here and it have seen this is the calling a constructor which has two integer parameter. 5 and 6 are integer values, right? So this is calling two integer parameterized constructor. So it came here, right? Now it has seen that this is the keyword which is calling the default constructor because no parameter present. It went to this default constructor. From here where it came so first it will print default constructor, and from here it came from here, right? From this method. Now it will print parameterized constructor, not from here it came from this, right? This method. So it will print string param constructor, default constructor is parameterized constructor, and string param constructor. So this will be print, but output is not done yet because I have called another method ob1.add. So it will call this ob1.add method, right? what this ob1 dot add method is doing, adding two numbers, right? So what will be the answer should be in that way. Doesn't matter output will be 0 or something else, that is the other part, other thing that is related to, but the answer should be there for that. Let me show you the console. Default constructor call, parameterized constructor call, string param constructor call, addition method was called, whether the addition was 0, that's why the variable scoping was part not done today, right? So here you can see how constructor chaining happens. This is not a tricky one, just read out the first from where the calling will be start, and if this keyword is present, just jump to the wherever the way it is directing you to go, just go to that way, right? Don't think too much. If it is calling default constructor, so this keyword calls the constructor, right? So this is calling constructor with no parameters, this is calling constructor with 2 parameters of integer, right? And this one was calling right. So and here I have called the string to string parameters constructor. So this way the answer. I hope this is clear, nothing much to explain rather than this, but don't be confused when I'll be explaining super and this keyword. So if I'll be explaining super keyword, their concepts are totally different, you don't need to call, but let that day come, don't be confused. First clear this concept, right? I hope I am clear now today. We stop recording first, so session might be long.